sheriff when I was a little boy. But when I see they arrested Earl, I'm glad my gun was just a toy. It reminds me there are few ways up and 1,000 ways to fall. That's not just for one, but that goes for all. Many leaders in this land could be guilty or innocent, and it's hard for the people to truly know, so they will judge your intent. So before you walk in that big office, take a look at your character and have a long chat with Almighty Father. Cause we need to see power without ego. Take a ride on the bus, let people know. Don't be too much on your high horse, but be confident whenever time calls. Careful how much your leaders put one pot. Them things have to stop. Thy war we will see. Thy war we will see. Most respectfully, to whom this may be. This is written in the future tense, with hopes that you are a leader of great poise and great resilience, one who structures TNT with its local policies, not from global powers, but what the nation needs. I'm not going to lecture you on what's right and what is wrong, but I ask you, based on the people's needs, keep your ears down on the ground. And don't be like Gillian Bishop and not care what the people think, cause you could still learn from the babes and sucklings. Cause we need to see TNT in the World Cup. Innovation from young people don't stop. A culture industry to hang the emblem high. So Soga go stop trying to eat me pie. A leader who strike paying to criminals, that is critical. Thy war we will see. Thy war we will see. Most respectfully, to whom this may be.
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
In a system cold, chasing shadows that take their soul. But the rhythm of hope is strong. Feel the beat guide us along. Plant the seed of change in the ground, and reap the fruits of love from this song. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. Of the island, let love pull us in. find no word, cause the system take them for joke. Let the positive fight control. We must not lose sight of our goal. In spite the stress and the strain, let us build our country again. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dust till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like this. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. Everybody wave your hands like this. What are you doing? Who does that? Hear it. Politicians drive their nice car, while the poor man mighty fake car. The oil money blowing like dust. The people don't know who to trust. But every crisis we will master and rise to triumph from disaster. We will cast the evil away. We make this all up pledge here today. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dust till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like this. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman and child, let the cleansing begin. From the ghetto I born and grow, I learned to make joy from sorrow. Even though it was hardship and pain, I see the blessings falling like rain. And every time the setbacks would come, I keep the faith and weather the storm. With every step and toil I strive, just to keep my dreams alive. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dust till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like this. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman and child, let the cleansing begin. What are you doing? That's that. We'll fly through the skies like this. Our people will rise. Thank you much. We from Savannah. I love all you. We'll fly through the skies like this. Our people will rise.
Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, where every conversation builds bridges and sparks solutions, because together we can shape a better future. On the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Constructive Talk with Pastor Google on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
farmer was tired of birds eating his crops, so he set a trap to catch them. The next morning, he found many birds caught in his net, including a stork. The stork pleaded, "Please, let me go. I am not like these birds. I am honest and hardworking. I have never stolen from you." The farmer looked at him and said, "That may be true, but you are with the thieves, so you must share their fate." And with that, he did not let the stork go. Moral of the story: the people you surround yourself with will shape your reputation, your opportunities, and even your destiny. You may have good intentions, but if you stay with the wrong crowd, you'll still suffer the consequences of their actions. Choose your company wisely, because in the end, you will be judged not just by who you are, but by who you stand with.
Pastor Google on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
A leader, how to choose a leader? That's the most relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this mixed up land that we call Trinbago, many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Here why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A good leader be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear. A good leader, holding ethics and integrity dear. A good leader, oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation bleed. This first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born, not made. Setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate, because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader know when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader, and a leader must be the one to set the template. A good leader, so those coming after could duplicate. A good leader, oh yes, a leader that his instincts prevail. Know how to cut a path where there is no trail. Not a gambler or a drinker. That is not what this nation needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. For good leaders are born not made. Being a mentor is your trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking smart. No, 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 no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always fools decide you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take, don't sit on the fence. Because a leader cannot drift like sinking sand. A good leader, by the courage of his convictions, he should stand. A good leader, and a leader can't bend with every wind that pass. A good leader, to his values and principles, hold fast. A good leader, oh yes, a leader should be confident and competent. For what he believes in, go to every length. Not someone seduced by flattery, that is not what this country needs. We don't need another trumpet indeed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young gal to breed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. For leaders are born not made, and playboy is not their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. For good leaders are born not made, lifting up others is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Yes, good leaders are born not made, leaving us better off is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead.
If you're not listening, Google program on Street 91.9. Look to press, because Google is the best. Yo, this is Chuck Gordon representing for Pastor Google. We go Chuck them is the
Poverty
vibe.
is no excuse. You don't ever win but lose. This is Karina Shea and you're listening to Pastor Google on Street 919 FM.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening to the Street 919 FM. It is Thursday. Thursday the what? Today's Thursday the what? The 13th? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I forget today's the 13th. You know why? Because today there's a career fair that's happening in Pleasant Park for all the young people in Pleasant Park. A career fair happening in Pleasant Park, and I would have loved to be there today, but unfortunately I have to work, so I cannot be there. But all the young people who listening to me, all the parents and young people listening to me in Pleasant Park, make your way to the community center today. Right? There is a career fair there for you. All different private companies that is having it, and I think that is a marvelous, fantastic idea by the Ministry of Youth and National Service. Yeah, creating employment and stuff like that for the young people of Pleasant Park. All right, and yeah, Pleasant Park is there and dear to my heart. Why? Because that is where my grandmom used to live. And today marks a week since I have laid my grandmom to rest. You know, good soul. Really, really good soul. So yeah, yeah. Yep. So what's happening with you, Trinidad and Tobago? What's going on? So much is happening. This thing that, two things is making headlines in the news this week. It's really heating up all over. And one of the things is the issue in Cuba with the Cuban doctors. And, you know, I don't know, but sometimes, I don't know how to even put this across. But listen to this. So, I was listening to somebody saying that, you know, this whole Cuba issue was under Biden. And Biden had his policies concerning the Cuban doctors and stuff like that. But I never heard in the Biden term, I never heard him want to put sanctions and take away visa and all these different things when he was president concerning the Cubans. But putting that all aside, so you're hearing now where people are defending and saying that, hey, This is not nothing new. Trump just following what Biden would have already done. But again, as I said just now, we never knew anything. If you knew about it, you can call in and tell us, hey, yes, Biden would have wanted to put restrictions on or take away visas from countries which would have been, hiring or taking Cuban doctors to work in their countries. Now, let me be careful I was saying this also, because from what you're hearing is as though they are deeming the work permits or the countries that are allowing Cuban doctors and nurses to work is like human trafficking. They deem it like human trafficking, and they have a problem with it, and they have an issue with it. Right? Listen there. Now, Dr. Rowley would have made his statements. Dr. Rowley would have said what he had to say. People had a problem with it. He had media personnel and persons who tried to take Dr. Rowley to task based on his comments on opening the new wing. And we will get back to that new wing opening, because I have something to show the people from San Fernando. So if you live in San Fernando and environs, so let's say from Claxton Bay, Couva, go right back to Point Fortin, Carcass. I have something to show you all today that might upset some of you, but I do business. Granny used to say something to me, and yeah, I will always remember Granny. Can't get me to forget Granny, Granny used to say some things, boy, and I wanted to share some information with you guys, but yeah, Granny used to tell me something, and this picture put it across.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Here's a tasty meal tip from Royal Castle. Sometimes you just feel like eating a nice sandwich, right? The sensation of biting into a soft bun with the crunch of fresh lettuce and the taste of tomatoes along with the added condiments, all a treat to your taste buds. At Royal Castle, our sandwiches are a hit. Try the center breast chicken and flying fish sandwiches, the wholesome veggie burger, and at selected locations you can also get the grilled salad or grilled sandwiches. So when you get the craving, remember that the Castle has some delicious sandwiches. Ask for them in a combo too, with your favorite side and a drink. Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Right, I'm back with you, and again, let me say thank you to those of you jumping onto YouTube. Wow. Yeah, boy. YouTube people are coming on Yeah, you only to join me today because I have some stuff I want to talk about that I want to hear your views on. So yeah, Granny used to say some things to me, you know, as a young man, you know. Granny used to have a way she used to tell you, you know, men no get in bacchanal. Oh Lord, Granny used to also say, hey, don't go down to people's level. You understand? Let them come up to your level. Don't go down to their level. And I said something. At first, I didn't understand what she meant by that. Because I felt as though if you tell me something, I should be able to answer you back. Yeah. If you confront me and you want to say all sorts of manner of things about me, I should be able to answer you back. Granny used to say, no, don't go down in the mud with them. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Time will reveal who they are. I said, Granny, okay. And I remember it so well. And when I heard this preacher, I said, yeah, boy. Granny knows what she's saying.
What do you do when your enemy has a weapon and you have no experience? Whenever you stoop down to fight an ignorant person on their level, they end up bringing you down to their level and then beating you with experience. The truth is, you're going to have to accept the fact that you are not evil enough to win there. You're going to have to realize that you're not ignorant enough to fight on that level. You don't have enough hatred in your heart to fight that consistent. You don't have enough vitriol in your mind to beat somebody that nasty. So you're going to have to leave them alone. Because you think you can beat everybody at everything, but you can't beat ignorant at ignorant. Some people can stay mad for 30 years. You can't win on that level. You're not nasty enough to fight in the hog pen. I know you got a slick tongue and you got a slick mouth, but you can't out-slick oil.
Patrice sang it so well. Patrice put it across so good. As Granny said, don't answer them.
I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your...
You know, that was something. You know, I'm sitting here and I say to myself, there are times in life when you really want to answer them. You want to go along in the mud with them. But you have to say to you, I don't know how many of you know, but so much things have been said about me. And I want to answer, you know. But hey.
Tell them this. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise. I can't hear you. I don't care what they say about me.
You know, the Dr. Paul is saying that Dr. Rowley is leaving a winner.
Making your noise. I can't hear you. Blind to these haters.
They say that Dr. Rowley is leaving a winner.
Backbiters. Out of reach, don't please go suck. We too far. They can't.
He won 2 elections.
They love study people business, but their business spoiling.
2 elections he won.
Say about me.
So they could say what they want about him. He leaving a winner.
Keep on making your noise. I can't hear you. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise. I can't hear you.
So when you think that you're trying to bring down somebody, there are certain values, boy. My grandmother instilled in me that I would never forget.
I'm way up high. Negative vibes of flight is high. I say they study anyway when we don't study them. We are totally different.
He'll talk about me till thy kingdom come.
Tell them this. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise. I can't hear you. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise. I can't hear you. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care how I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise.
I want to thank God for seeing Thursday. I didn't have to be on his wake-up listener. My grandmother gone. But I am alive to continue to tell people, or to continue to tell my children and their children and all of our generation that, hey, there are certain things, there are certain battles you don't get into. If you miss it, listen to it again. If you miss it.
Do you do when your enemy has a weapon and you have no experience? Whenever you stoop down to fight an ignorant person on their level, they end up bringing you down to their level and then beating you with experience. The truth is, you're going to have to accept the fact that you are not evil enough to win there. You're going to have to realize that you're not ignorant enough to fight on that level. You don't have enough hatred in your heart to fight that consistent. You don't have enough vitriol in your mind to beat somebody that nasty. So you're going to have to leave them alone. Because you think you can beat everybody at everything, but you can't beat ignorant at ignorant. Some people can stay mad for 30 years. You can't win on that level. You're not nasty enough to fight in the hog pen. I know you got a slick tongue and you got a slick mouth, but you can't out-slick oil.
Facts. 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 And let it be a mantra, Trinidad to be. Those of you who understand what he just said there, yeah, keep that close to your chest. Close to your chest. You understand? Yeah, keep that close to your chest. So, I'm saying all of that to tell you, our Prime Minister stood up this week in the opening of a new wing and say, hey, he will fight for the democracy and the right.
The views are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
This is the voice of the PNM. TNT, this is your invitation. On Sunday, March 16th, the People's National Movement is calling you from every town, every community to gather at the historic University of Woodford Square from 2 p.m. as we proudly present the 41 candidates for the 2025 general election. Hear from our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, incoming Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Young Senior Counsel, as they usher in a bold new era of governance for Trinidad and Tobago, and a powerful lineup of speakers, including your new PNM candidates. Be there as the leaders of today and tomorrow address us in Woodford Square. Don't miss performances by top soca artists, dance performances, tassa drummers, rhythm sections, and more on Sunday, March 16th from 2 p.m. at the University of Woodford Square. All are invited. Wear your red, meet your candidates, and be part of history. Great is the PNM.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damien Melville in concert with added drama, including Damien Melville as Dr. Rowley. Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows 7 p.m. Also featuring the biggest stars of Caribbean comedy.
Christine, what are your parents' occupation?
Sir, they're working in the iron and steel business. My mother does iron and my father does steel.
tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandingtickets.com. Caches, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's, Arima, Passag the Food King, and Food Fantasy, Point Fortin, Valini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A.N.R. Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's give God the praise. Father God, we love you, and we know you love us too. God, we beg you for forgiveness for the wrong things that we do. God, we need your intervention. Too much evil in this land. In this land, in this land. Every day my people killing, shooting, fussing, fighting. God, we need your helping hand. God, that's flowing like a river through this land. Too much murders in this land. Flowing like a river through this land. God, we need your helping hand. Father God, we need your helping hand. But flowing like a river. Like a river. Let us give God praise. Get on your knees and when we start to pray, God will hear from us and heal this whole country. Give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Let's give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Put up your hands and sing now, sing now. Glory. Hallelujah. Let's give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Almighty God, we need you. There's no other God but you. You're protective and providing. We put faith and trust in you. God, blood is flowing like a river. Crime and murders every day. Every day, every day. God, you're the only solution. That is why we kneel and pray. God, blood flowing like a river through this land. Too much murders in this land. Flowing like a river through this land. God, we need your helping hand. Father God, we need your helping hand. Blood flowing like a river. Like a river.
and heal this whole country. Give God praise.
Listening to the Street 919 FM. Stay with us for news, interviews, and commentary that shape our democracy. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm back with you. So, I was telling you that the NACTA poll says that Dr. Rowley is leaving a winner. He is leaving as a winner. that I know that upsetting some people, you know. Because how he could be leaving a winner? How? Well, that's for you to find out. That's not for me to explain. I could explain it in a way you might not accept it. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago again. Let me say thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on the Street 919 FM. I'm watching what's going on in the Caribbean. I just want to take your minds to what's happening in the Caribbean. You know, this is constructive talk. We deal holistically with things that are going on, and we create a conversation around it, you know what I mean? And the politics of everything and in the discussion and everything, you know, we try to make sure that, you know, you are well informed. And I say we because this is not just my program, but this is your program. And I also have certain persons who are locked onto this program who will give you, if they see me going down a wrong road or they realize that I may need information to kind of firm up on some things that I'm saying, they always send it for me. They always, they would always correct me, or they may say to me, hey, Google, you're right here, but let me encourage you or inform you a little more. So that's what constructive talk is all about. Yes, it have a bias. I ain't gonna sit down here and lie to you. We have a bias. There are certain things that we just do, we can't condone. You know, lies that the opposition would want to put out there, and the propaganda and the old talk and the small talk and the foolishness. We don't subscribe to that. There are some people who support the political party, which is the People's National Movement, who is the government of today. But if they find that they're doing something wrong, like Miss New Village, she will come out and say, hey, I ain't like how this going. But when I watch one on the other side, oh gosh, I prefer to deal with what it have now than to deal with what the lies and deception on the other side. I prefer that. I prefer hear what? And this is what people say. When people say they prefer the lesser two evils and people have a problem, why you have to choose evil? Hey, nobody out here good. There's nobody on the face of this earth who is perfect and good. There are people who have, in a marriage, there are people who have issues. In friendship, there are people who have issues. In your own life, you have issues. There's good and bad within you. And you choose good rather than the bad. And the good that even you choose, in the Bible says that your good is like filthy rags. You understand? So even though you feel you're good, you're nasty and stink and dirty. That's what the Bible says. So even though you feel that you're so good and you're so righteous, or I am better than this person, or I'm better than that person, and oh, you don't like this person, and oh, you prefer that person. Yeah, all that we have issues. But let me tell you something. Coming down to the crunch of it, you will not take a woman who would lie to you. We're talking to the men here now. We will not go with you, the woman, will not go with a man who has lied to you. Blatantly lying to you. Telling you that, hey, I am on self, you know, and me. I check in me. I dealing with, I fixing my business. You understand? So curving first and everybody else after. If somebody telling you straight up that, hey, I don't really care about you, you know. I care about me. You would not put yourself with a person like that. Will you put yourself with somebody who telling you that they're on them and they're not on you? You watching a man or a woman who blatantly on self, they're not on you. And you will put yourself, well, there are people who do that, and there are people who doing that. And there are people who really and truly, they don't care about themselves. You understand? So they will do something like that. But I'm telling you that at the end of the day, as Miss New Village would always say, Miss New Village said it, and this is an elderly lady who supported the UNC, supported the partnership. because she felt as though you had something to offer, but now she realized that they had nothing to offer but on self. And let's be real, Trinidad and Tobago, when you watch, and some people really putting their head down in the sand and pretending as though the 10 years was 10 smooth years, 10 good years, 10 years of prosperity and blessings. We lie. Lies. Because when Dr. Rowley came in 2015, the central bank governor told him, he said publicly that 3 negative negative growth. So we are officially in a recession. So when Dr. Rowley came in into 2015, we was in a recession. And plenty of you will love to pretend as though that don't exist, as though that never happened. So he was just wicked in 2015, coming down. That's what you want to believe. You want to pretend and put your head in the sand and say, "Hey, what's going on now?" That never existed. It is on record that the country was in a recession. Yeah, public record. We had the video of the central bank governor saying it. That we were in a recession. We went in straight into a recession. After the recession, what happened? And you all could remember what happened? Huh? Any of you could remember what happened in 757? Are you watching me on YouTube? And you on Facebook. Any of you could tell me what happened? 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. What happened? What went on? What happened in 2020, 2022, 2020? What happened? What the world faced? Any of you could tell me? Now, let's forget. Some of you may not even want to remember. Some of you lost loved ones in a pandemic where the whole world shut down. But it's Dr. Rowley's fault. Well, you're sick. But that's all right. We could deal with that. We could live with that. We could live with that. You understand? And I will always draw examples. It's like you married a man and the man lost his job. As soon as we get married, lose his job. And he had to cut and contrive. You had to work together, try to find a way to pay the mortgage, pay the car note, pay whatever. Within that first 2 years of him, 3 years of him losing his job. And as soon as that done happen, and as soon as you're trying to catch yourself, boom, he get a stroke. He get a stroke. You as a woman would turn around and say, he wicked, he bad, he's the worst man you ever know in your life, knowing that you went through all of that. Knowing that you went through all of that with that man. You know, they now get married. 6 months in the marriage. He lost his job. So he working in and out, in and out. He working odd jobs here and there. After you done work the odd jobs here and there and only trying to catch all yourself, boom, a stroke come. He get a stroke. Would you turn around and say, that's a wicked man? And that is Trinidad and Tobago today. Some people would turn around and say, oh, Dr. Rowley this and he that and he the next. Wicked. Really. But aside from that, I want to show you all something. Take a look at this Trinidad and Tobago. So this week, Dr. Rowley, opening the new wing of the hospital, said this. Take a listen to this. Watch. Take a listen.
Out of the blue now we are being called human traffickers because we hire technical people who we pay top dollar equal to local rates, but we are now being accused of taking part in the program where people are being exploited. That's somebody's interpretation. And of course, there are local people here encouraging them to take away our US visas.
Right? As Dr. Rowley making that statement. Man, they went to tongue on him. They went to tongue. What they say is, must see what they forget to say. Miss Bissessa asking him the Monday night forum. Miss Bissessa is asking Dr. Rowley. She said, who it is? Name who it is. Who it is? That's the question she asking him. Call them. Who it is? Well, Miss Bissessa, and to the viewers of the listeners of the Street 919 FM. All right, you want to know who it is. And you're calling for him to say who it is. And why it is. And what it is. And when it is. Eh? That's Miss Bissessa. Calling him out. Who it is. Who it is, Dr. Rowley. So this week I would have played for you where Dr. Rowley would have read out something. But I want to play for Miss Bissessa who it is. And then I'm going to move on. Because she asking. I wonder if the opposition in Barbados asking. The opposition in Barbados ain't asking though. Eh? I want to play something for you. Miss Bissessa asking who it is. Who it is. Name who it is. Dr. Rowley, who it is. Well, let me tell you something, eh? This country, sometimes you really want to call us. I'll take your calls just now. All right? Bear with me a little bit. You know, I just have to present my case before I open up the lines now. So bear with me 2 minutes. Please call us. All right? So she asking who it is. Who it is. Who it is. I will show you who it is, Miss Bissessa. All right? But let me tell you all this, huh? When I played for you yesterday, I played for you yesterday what's going on up in the Caribbean. You have the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Mr. Ralph Gonsalves, made his statements. What did Mr. Ralph Gonsalves have to say? He said what he had to say about this whole debacle, and people want to know, you know, well, why Dr. Rowley will make a statement like that, what I just played. But take a listen. Miss Bissessa want to know who it is. She's calling him out. Who it is. Say who it is. Right? Say who it is. Okay. You will say who it is, Miss Bissessa.
Rowley, where evidence? Who are these unnamed people encouraging people to take away visas? Who are these people? Where is the evidence?
Listen closely.
Stuart Young is bolted to Venezuela's Maduro. If you take God out of your thoughts to vote for Young, you better brace for U.S. sanctions, say goodbye to U.S. visas, say goodbye to U.S. dollars for business, medicine, traveling, online shopping. Put yourself and your loved ones first.
Right? So who it is? Who it is talking about telling fear-mongering the people of Trinidad and Tobago and telling them if they vote for Minister Young, what will happen? Who it is? Look. But the Caribbean continues to lift their voice about this Cuba issue. So this has gone viral all over Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidadians love this woman. Yeah, that Trinidadians who wish that she was the Prime Minister. You never hear Trinidadians talk about Mia Motley and, oh, why she couldn't be our Prime Minister. Yes, boom, 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 boom. Mia Motley make a statement. I wonder if they still feel the same way about her, boy. I wonder if they still feel the same passionate way. All the videos that used to be showing about Mia Motley and people talking about, oh, Mia Motley, she stands up for black people. Yeah, that's what I see. Mia Motley. But here Mia Motley, maybe Mia Motley was listening to Dr. Rowley. So hear what she had to say.
This matter with the Cubans and the nurses should tell us everything that we need to know. Barbados does not currently have Cuban medical staff or Cuban nurses, but I will be the first to go to the line and to tell you that we could not get through the pandemic without the Cuban nurses and the Cuban doctors. I will also be the first to tell you that we paid them the same thing that we pay Bajans, and that the notion, as was peddled not just by this government in the US, but the previous government, that we were involved in human trafficking by engaging with the Cuban nurses was fully repudiated and rejected by us. Now, I don't believe that we have to shout across the seas, but I am prepared, like others in this region, that if we cannot reach a sensible agreement on this matter, then if the cost of it is the loss of my visa to the US, then so be it. But what matters to us is principles. And I have said over and over that principles only mean something when it is inconvenient to stand by it. Now, we don't have to shout, but we can be resolute. And I therefore look forward to standing with my CARICOM brothers. I wish I could say brothers and sisters, but brothers, to be able to ensure that we explain that what the Cubans have been able to do for us, far from approximating itself to human trafficking, has been to save lives and limbs and sight for many a Caribbean person.
You see, Dr. Rowley warned us, you know. Yeah, Dr. Rowley warned us. We have our opposition leader who pantering to everything that happens or is said in America. But the Caribbean leaders are not pandering and bowing like how we have a leader here who ready to bow. We have leaders, we have strong leaders in the Caribbean who not going to bow, who is ready to stand and stand up for their right. But some of us,
leaders is a disgrace. Yeah, why? Because a leader must help its country to rise. A good leader be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear. A good leader, holding ethics and integrity. Yeah. A good leader, oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation bleed. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born, not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate, because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader know when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader, and a leader must be the one to set the template. A good leader, so those coming after could duplicate. A good leader, oh yes, a leader
So I just wanted that to sink in a little bit to you. I played that song in the background. I played that song in the background for you to sink in what a leader is. So you heard the Prime Minister of Barbados. You heard her. But I want to play something for you. You see, Dr. Rowley does talking about it, does get vexed. But that's okay. That's all right. He ain't going to be talking about a little while, but listen to me. His words are recorded. Listen to this.
The level of dotishness that is fed to you is appalling.
You listen to this? Listen to Dr. Rowley. I want you all to listen, you know. Because some of you don't listen. Some of you just hear, but you don't listen. And Dr. Rowley has warned us. Mr. Manning warned us. Dr. Rowley warned us. But some of you don't want to hear. No, some of you don't want to hear. Some of you prefer not to hear. You understand? You prefer to want to hear lies. So listen to Dr. Rowley. I want you all to listen to him, you know. Because some of you, again, as I say, prefer to hear lies.
So substantial in law, but substantial in how we see ourselves. You see them 3 Columbus boats in the emblem? They will go.
So this was at a convention, but he made a statement here. And I want you all to listen to the statement he's going to make.
And since we have enough votes in the parliament to do it, I could announce now that as soon as the legislative adjustment is made.
Maybe I played the wrong one. I'm trying to find the video where he talked about Miss Bissessa boy pandering to the voice boy. Yeah, to the voice, I think there's it here.
Political gimmickry on the part of this party and the Prime Minister is to say that you are completely disconnected. Because I just told you today that we are aiming to have this next conference as of now, possibly the first week of October, or maybe even later. That guarantees you that the election that they're talking about in November not taking place. And to say that we are doing it because it's an election time. I told you earlier on, the work that I did to get to this point took place in 2023. And January 2024, the committee was appointed. January 2024 is the middle of the term of 20 to 25. Because remember, we lost 21 into 22 with COVID. We were recovering from COVID at the end of that. But we could walk and chew gum at the same time. We dealt with all the other issues in the country. And this is one issue that we didn't leave behind. And therefore, it is nonsense to say that this has anything to do with some political election that is due in November. There will be no election in November. There will be election in 2025. But in the meantime, this exercise is so important that...
I'm trying to find the video when Dr. Oli was at the special convention. It was at the special convention. Never forget when he would have told us about the UNC leader pandering to whatever is said in America. Trying to find that video for you. If I find that video for you, I'll play it for you. But I want to get your minds at a place where you hear what the Bajan Prime Minister said, Mia Motley. She said she's ready to stand with her CARICOM brothers. If she have to give back her visa, she'll give it back. Is she frightened about something? Huh? Remember when Dr. Rowley said that? Miss Bissessa was on a platform the Monday night saying, but oh, Dr. Rowley, fear she and Anil Roberts. Oh, what is he afraid of? Did he know something? Is Mia Motley know this? Mia Motley saying the same thing? Huh? The Prime Minister of Barbados, she know something we don't know? Huh? And that is the level of ignorance and tomfoolery that's have to take in this country. You know, today making my way to work, sitting down in a taxi, I just sit down quiet and just listen, you know. Sit down quiet and just listen. And I know the day will come. Miss Bissessa will continue to talk and say things, and people in Trinidad and Tobago will start to see her for who she is. So, I'm sitting down in the taxi and I'm hearing persons in the taxi making statements. And the driver he's saying what he had to say, and you know, the driver throw a fish out, you know, throw a bait out, sorry, see if he catch a fish. He said, well, the thing about what's going on with this whole visa thing with Britain and this whole thing with Cuba and the Caribbean countries and thing, boy. One man in the back say, he said, boy, I don't like Dr. Rowley, you know. He said, but that stance he does take for certain things, boy. You can't help but like the man when he take a stand for certain things. I said to myself, okay. A lady said, she said, England so gloomy and dark and sickening. She said, I went there being way back. I said to myself, I can't. I don't get into the discussion. And I sat down and I listened to the discussion in the taxi, boy. And the driver throwing out the bait and catching the fish. When he finished now and he reached by, he jumped out everybody and he reached by TTT. He said, Pastor Google, he say a word. I said, I watch the driver. I say, you know me? He said, yeah, I listen to you every day, man. He said, I listen to you every day. He said, I throw out some bait to see how people thinking. He said, I do that for spite for you to understand that don't feel that people ain't watching and understanding how it is going on, boy. Sometimes it may appear that way, but the reality is that people know the right thing. I say, I hear you. I hear you. So I want to say good afternoon to all of them. The driver especially who listens to the Street 919 FM. But we have to continue to educate and inform you all. Because if I don't do it, and if we don't do it, you understand, you will be misled. Because there are a lot of misleading videos out there. I saw a video today of a man telling people that, oh, young men who have gotten opportunities to go to England to play football cannot go they can't go where they're getting 300 pounds. It's not even 300 pounds, it's not even 3,000 pounds. He said 3,000 pounds. And it's not 3,000 pounds. And I watched the list. It's not even, I don't think I saw where you even have to pay 300 pounds. I could watch back the list again. Right? But he keep going. The man do a whole video, you know, misleading people to believe that if you want to play football, you cannot play football. You understand? You can't go and play no football again. Alright, so, okay, so let me correct myself. Let me make my correction. So for 6 months, you're paying 115 pounds. For 11 months, you're paying 200 pounds. For 12 months, you're paying 200 pounds. For 6 months, 2 years, long-term stay, you're paying 432 pounds. 5 years, long-term stay, 771 pounds. And 10 years, long-term, 963 pounds. Right? So the young man was on a video saying he had to pay £3,000. Yes, £3,000. There's no £3,000 here. Right? No way. But he was trying to draw a point and make a point about if you what boy? If you want to play football, you understand? You can't go and play football or whatever. That's not how that is done. You can't leave here for to go to England and get stamped 6 months and go and play football. No, that don't happen so. Let me tell you how it does happen. You go, no. The coaches from the teams just come down here and they scout. They scout. And they look for who they believe they can choose to play for whatever league and for whatever club. And then they send you all the information for you to fill out, for you to put your documents together. They are the ones that would apply for your visa, your student visa and stuff like that. So you see, when people coming out to tell you nonsense and their lies, be very careful with them now. Very careful with them. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Someone told me yesterday also, while I'm on this, somebody was sharing with me yesterday that an asylum, to seek asylum in the UK, is not as easy as some people think it is. It's not that easy. And the 800 persons that are over there are not all criminals. There is a fraction. But there are the LGBTQI, ABC community. There are some people who would have be a witness in a trial, and because of the safety of their life and their family life, they ask to be, to ask for asylum. So like, let's say me, if I believe that I'm being politically victimized and attacked for no apparent reason because of my political persuasion and what I feel I should be able to feel free to vote for and talk about. You understand? I decide to go and seek asylum because I feel my life is threatened. You understand? That's how it does go. So, we're going back to the Cuba and I want to play over Mia Motley because I want you to listen to what Mia Motley had to say. For some of you would have missed what Mia Motley had to say. So, Mr. Good afternoon to all of you joining me. It's now, what time is it, boy? It's 1:36 and I already have 500 and something people on the live. Thank you all very much for coming on, being a part of the program. You all are seeing something by coming on so early, and you all appreciate the time that I am at and that I'm on. And I appreciate you all coming on and giving me that love. Look at this video with Mia Motley and listen to Mia Motley carefully.
This matter with the Cubans and the nurses should tell us everything that we need to know. Barbados does not currently have Cuban medical staff or Cuban nurses, but I will be the first to go to the line and to tell you that we could not get through the pandemic without the Cuban nurses and the Cuban doctors. I will also be the first to tell you that we paid them the same thing that we pay Bajans, and that the notion, as was peddled not just by this government in the US, but the previous government, that we were involved in human trafficking by engaging with the Cuban nurses was fully repudiated and rejected by us. Now, I don't believe that we have to shout across the seas, but I am prepared, like others in this region, that if we cannot reach a sensible agreement on this matter, then if the cost of it is the loss of my visa to the US, then so be it. But what matters to us is principles. And I have said over and over that principles only mean something when it is inconvenient to stand by it. Now, we don't have to shout, but we can be resolute. And I therefore look forward to standing with my CARICOM brothers. I wish I could say brothers and sisters, but brothers, to be able to ensure that we explain that what the Cubans have been able to do for us, far from approximating itself to human trafficking, has been to save lives and limbs and sight for many a Caribbean person.
And that's me and Motley. That's me and Motley. But all you know, are you all aware? I want to play something for you. Yeah, nah. I'm sorry for us, you know. But I want you all to hear the flip side. You want to hear the UNC view on this? Hear the UNC position on it. So you heard me and Motley's position on it. I played you Prime Minister Gonzalez's position on it. You want to hear the UNC position on it? Eh? Olia, take a listen to this. Take a listen. Jump on the live. Take a listen. Only want to hear the UNC position? Listen to the UNC position on it. Wow.
Cottage meeting in Moruga, Opposition Senator Anna Roberts spoke about the new era in the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States under the second term of U.S. President Donald Trump after the 4-year tenure of former U.S. President Joe Biden.
We like to go to the USA to relax and see our families, to eat food and to tour. We need to be relaxed with our visa applications. Therefore, we have to show the USA that foreign policy is on the ballot, that we are going to vote for Kamala Persad-Bissessar, a woman who puts USA and Europe together.
Senator Roberts spoke before the UNC's political leader. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar delivered the feature address.
No other head of state, no other prime minister is dancing with Maduro. And now he's talking about visa restrictions. First of all, he's saying there are some people in TNT who want visa restriction. What is the fun? You all enjoying the video? Is that what's happening?
Opposition leader Persad-Bissessar was referring to a statement made by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley on Monday regarding the most recent U.S. policy on Cuba.
Out of the blue now we are being called human traffickers because we hire technical people who we pay top dollar equal to local rates, but we are now being accused of taking part in the program where people are being exploited. That's somebody's interpretation. And of course, there are local people here encouraging them to take away our US visas.
And then the opposition leader gave her version of the chorus of a popular 2025 soca song in an apparent description of the deal for the supply of natural gas from Venezuela to Trinidad and Tobago struck by the administrations of their present leaders.
Worst bend over we have ever seen in history. Rowley and Maduro is the worst bend over we have ever seen in history. Worst ever. Worst bend over. And then he says, you know what? Talks about these visa restrictions. He said there are people here, encouraging the U.S. to take away all your visas. Rowley, where is the evidence? Who are these unnamed people encouraging people to take away visas? Who are these people?
The opposition leader called this, quote, another distraction, end quote, by the administration led by Prime Minister Rowley.
The U.S. government is coming for them and for PNM affiliates. They know it. They know it. So as Anil told us, he now talking about if he don't ever go back to California. Where that coming from, Rowley? You know something we don't know?
In less than a week's time, on March 16th, Prime Minister Rowley will be retiring as the head of the government, making way for Energy Minister Stuart Young to be appointed the next Prime Minister. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
That's all they want, boy? That's all they want? Let me be real now. That's what they want? I talking to the right thinking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now. That's all they want, boy. And Samina. That's all they want. Dr. Paul says that he going out a victorious man, boy. A winner. Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, imagine that.
Popular man in tongue, if I ask ya, don't say you don't know. You could ask any school child around, they go tell ya. He from Tobago. This brilliant star boy from Mason Hall. Call. His popularity I have no equal. You don't know who I'm talking about. It's Rowley.
had to play that whole song because after Sunday, after Sunday, that is a day, you know. You understand? After Sunday, that is a day. Ah, boy. Yep. Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to take your calls. 342-0081, 466-5391, 771-1791. Those are the numbers you can call to get interactive with me.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Vigo.
Good afternoon, sir.
I heard you play the clip with the Prime Minister of Barbados.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I wonder who tells she, because if you observe, this conversation the Prime Minister made was still somewhere over the week, right? Last week.
Who is that?
The Prime Minister, with this issue with Trump, was sometime last week.
Who is that? Who? Which Prime Minister?
This Prime Minister.
Who?
Our Prime Minister.
Our Prime Minister?
Yeah.
No, he said, no, Dr. Oli said that in the opening of the new wing, which was this week.
That was when?
That was this week, yeah.
So when she made that statement, wasn't on the Monday night forum?
Who's that? Ms. Bissessa? Yeah, and Dr. Oli opened the new wing Monday.
Right, exactly. And the incident with England happened yesterday.
Yesterday.
All right. What does that tell you? That somebody ain't hitting the nail on the head? Because if I make a statement Monday, all of a sudden, if me pelts nothing at you, here's George, I'll make a statement. If you pelt a stone, how you put it? The first one make noise or the first one jump out, look out. When the Prime Minister made that statement, Monday night she came on our platform to defend her side of the argument. Then nobody didn't talk. Nobody didn't call her name. Nobody mentioned anything about the opposition writing any letters because we already know, the citizens already know that they said to us that they were writing letters when Trump was in office against the Prime Minister and Stuart Young for going to Venezuela.
Yes, remember they had written a letter. Dr. Rowley had done a press conference stating that Ms. Bissessa and they would have written to the American ambassador, telling them that to take away to sanction them.
Right. To stop them from even flying to go anyway, from leaving Trinidad and Tobago, especially to go to Venezuela.
But here now, when I come back from the break, I play that video, you know. I play that video.
We have to understand. I tell them, they have a chump. They were going along with chumpism. So if they were to get into office, what would happen to people like me and you?
People not thinking.
What would happen to people
when you watch what's going on in America now and that and stuff like that, and
the man put a new lady as the Minister of Health and start to fire people. The person who is in charge of the union is a black woman. Come out and tell me what's going on. I noticed they're firing people, but apparently they're getting rid of females and people of different races, Latinos and African Americans. But they are keeping one particular kind of people. Guess who? White males. That is the issue. There's a black congresswoman, if you listen to the issue in America right now, this one, the car man Tesla, he's a South African. We missed this whole point, you know. He's a man grew up under apartheid in South Africa, coming at America. We missing this whole issue here. What's going on here, no, Pastor Google?
Well, we will talk about this when I come back. I have a caller holding. Hello, good afternoon, caller. And I know that you're holding. The time is very short, but I don't know if you want to make your contribution.
Pastor Google.
Hey! You have to be really quick.
Well, look, listen to me. I like that. I will call you back.
All right. We're coming back after the big Trinidad and Tobago. Don't touch your dial, you know. Stay right there on the Street 919 FM. And I thank the calypso that I played just now. The young lady mother sent it to me, and I want to thank her very, very much for sharing it with me.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
This is the voice of the PNM. TNT, this is your invitation. On Sunday, March 16th, the People's National Movement is calling you from every town, every community to gather at the historic University of Woodford Square from 2 p.m. as we proudly present the 41 candidates for the 2025 general election. Hear from our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, incoming Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Young Senior Counsel, as they usher in a bold new era of governance for Trinidad and Tobago, and a powerful lineup of speakers, including your new PNM candidates. Be there as the leaders of today and tomorrow address us in Woodford Square. Don't miss performances by top soca artists, dance performances, tassa drummers, rhythm sections, and more on Sunday, March 16th from 2 p.m. at the University of Woodford Square. All are invited. Wear your red, meet your candidates, and be part of history. Great is the PNM.
Here, political parties are worried. They feel Marshall Montano could win the general elections and all.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damian Melville in concert. Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows, 7 p.m. Also featuring the biggest stars of Caribbean comedy. Get tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandtickets.com. Caches, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's Arima, Passade the Food King, and Food Fantasy, Point Fortin, Volini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damian Melville in concert with added drama, including Damian Melville as Dr. Rowley. Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows, 7 p.m. Also featuring the biggest stars of Caribbean comedy.
Christine, what are your parents' occupation?
Sir, they're working in the iron and steel business. My mother does iron and my father does steel.
Get tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandtickets.com. Caches, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's Arima, Passade the Food King, and Food Fantasy, Point Fortin, Volini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Instructive talk on The Street 919
expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of The Street 919 FM.
Instructive talk on The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Fight is about bread, butter, and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat, and tears. We won't give up. We won't surrender.
We had to fight for our country. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Pastor Google.
Hi.
The song you played just now, Rowley Rowley, who's the person sing that?
A young lady, I'll tell you her name in a little bit. Her mommy sang it.
I appreciate that. Pastor Google, I is a first-time caller.
Yeah.
I always listen to your program. As years I listening to you.
You listening to
I
me
never miss
years,
this.
boy?
Every day, every living day. Understand? And I appreciate all the information and everything you bring for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Man, thanks.
Yes, man. Thank you.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Hello. Pastor Google. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. How will I be able to get a calypso?
Pardon?
I would like to get a calypso.
Everybody want the calypso now?
Yeah, I want that. I listen to you every day.
Hey, thank you very much. Where you calling me from?
Loveray.
Hey, Loveray in the house, man. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I call you every day.
Thank you very much, Daddy.
I want to get a calypso.
All right. All right. I will see you all. Okay. You on WhatsApp?
Yeah, WhatsApp.
All right. I will try and see you all. Get it to you, right, Daddy?
Thank you very much,
Yes,
sir. Thank you very much.
Don't come off the line. Don't come off the line, eh? And even to the gentleman.
All right.
Even to the gentleman who called just now, too, who wanted it.
You see?
I will try and get the calypso for you. All right. So don't come off the line, eh, Daddy? Stay right there.
All right, stay.
All right. I will send it for you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Daddy, see what the guy saw. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Pastor Google.
What's going on?
I see the guy put a big smile on your face, boy. First time you call her that nice.
Yeah.
But Pastor Google, how come this calypso so we doesn't hear? It take a announcer like you to bring it to our attention that these shoes are out here.
Well, the mother sent it to me, and she asked me to play it. So first time I hearing this song, you know. To be quite honest with you, it's the first time I'm hearing it.
Everybody on the chat, if you read your chat, which I am doing, right? Asking for that song to be played again. What's the person's name?
Serious? Well, I'm not getting to
If
see.
you read your chat.
Okay.
Yes, everybody is calling for the name of the song. Some people want it
That
as a
song,
ringtone.
she sang that song in 2019 from what I'm gathering, from what the mother is saying to me.
Look how it come like a crazy song. Look how it become relevant now, right?
Yeah.
And we see the kind of leader that we have in Dr. Rowley, that the CARICOM leader of Pastor Google is writing Dr. Rowley's legacy.
Yeah.
They tell him, do not mind he is retired. I hope the nation is here and the world that is going to call on him for advice. And they hope he answer his phone. That is how important Dr. Rowley is to the Kaikam region.
Yep.
So when Dr. Rowley talk about passport and visas, he know what he is talking about, because the Cuban doctors are very competent and expert in different fields that helping the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago with certain medical deficiencies, Pastor Google, right? And we cannot have unqualified doctors performing those things and people with false papers. In those positions.
Yeah, we have a friend, I've been up here. Anyway.
And don't forget, Pastor Google, don't forget Dr. Swat and the racist statement he used on the medical board and the black woman doctor who ended up in Tinapuna market. Qualified doctor that the medical board fire. I know they're talking about getting rid of Cuban doctors and all kind of thing, but what happening, Pastor Google? This is politics, and Dr. Rowley has she bazadi. She can't come out of that bazadi up to now. You know, it's 5 years in that. Okay, Pastor. I'll give somebody else a thing. See you Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Wogo.
Wogo. I'm glad what your last callers speak about. Remember I said it too. They said they're going to call on Dr. Rowley for advice. Remember I said it on the program, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you about? Pastor Google, I'm so glad that Dr. Rowley didn't eat that cupcake when she came in point to
Let me tell you
Manatee.
something. I have something I'm going to play later, Mommy.
Yeah.
Mommy, he had to tune in at the 3 o'clock hour, though. Let me tell you something, Mommy. Something is wrong with that lady, you know.
Bad.
Let me tell you something.
Bad.
You read what Danish Ramble he had to say about her statements about PNM, and you read?
Papa. Papa. And Pastor Google, I keep asking who does write her speech for her, to be honest with you. Pastor Google, let me tell you something.
She says she ain't going nowhere. She says she's not going to
But I don't want you to go nowhere. Me don't want you to go, you know. I'm a reason why I don't want her to go. Pastor Google, just last year, this very setting that came out, they spoke about that last year, October, it's just enforcing it now. You know why we take advantage? One of your callers said that yesterday, we took advantage. And this is what we put ourselves in. You know what I'm telling you about? Pastor Google, I said the other day, I don't know they name a street up there named Carnage yet. You are telling me I'm a reason why I'm saying that. You hear Pastor Google? Pastor Google, I can afford it and tell you. I don't care what they say. We boy will be going and they will have to continue to speak about King Christopher Rowley. You hear what I'm telling you about? And Pastor Google, you said something the last time. If they know how nice Dr. Rowley is there, Pastor Google, that's a gentleman, you know, Pastor Google.
You telling
That's
me?
a gentleman, you know. Pastor Google, somebody say, Papa, not me and you right now, you know, leave me alone, you know. I'm telling you. And people have been down like this kind of, you know, he's an arrogant person. He don't like nobody. Pastor Google, one of the things that's killing me here right now, you see the opposition leader, you see this race things you want to force into Trinidad and Tobago, it's not good at all. You hear what I'm telling you? Yeah. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. But Pastor Google, I want you to play it, you know. I wanted to play it bad. I'm telling you about it. You are telling you about Pastor Google?
I'm going to play it for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to hear.
Okay, my dearie.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. I want to highlight something that I heard this morning on another frequency that I found to be very disingenuous and misleading, dishonest, and whatever negative word that I may have forgotten to mention. I don't know if you spoke about it already. I just got the opportunity
I don't talk about that already. I ain't looking to move on to something else, but I will give you the opportunity to talk wherever you have to talk.
Well, I'm sorry that I tuned in so late.
Because I played the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mayor Motley, and what she had to say about the comments being made by...
I'm glad that you played that. There's also a clip from another Prime Minister, I think it's St. Lucia.
I played also the one from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right.
Yeah, I played him
There's
also.
A couple of Prime Ministers from the Caribbean
who are standing up
and echoing the same sentiments as Dr. Rowley.
Yep, and I want to ask you, So do you? But when you listen to the opposition statements, who are bowing, they are ready to bow.
Kissing the ring, you call it.
The rim?
Kissing the ring.
Oh, ring is it? Sorry, I thought they said rim.
Right? But it can be rim too. It can be rim too. Because it seems, and why I am disappointed, particularly in the host of the morning program this morning, is that the host was bent on putting the narrative out there that the policy being put forward by Mr. Trump regimes now has always been the policy from Obama, from Biden. And what I find is honest about that is that I have never heard Biden administration speak anything to the Caribbean being accused of human trafficking where Cuban doctors is concerned. Right? And we exploiting Cuban doctors. I've never heard that analogy coming out from the Biden regime. And for you to cherry pick that, okay, that was the Biden, has always been the Biden regime, while other things are being added to the Trump policy now, and putting it like all was part of the Biden regime, I find it to be very dishonest and disingenuous. You understand?
I understand.
The policy has never been from the Biden regime and we also have, the Biden regime has never threatened to put sanctions on countries that uses Cuban doctors or choose to use the help of Cuban doctors. That has never been the policy of the Biden regime. To the best of my knowledge. Right? And for those two talk show popular, famous icons of talk show hosts this morning, to put forward that narrative.
All of that.
Yes, I have to give them the accolade because they dropped the ball this morning by putting up that agenda.
They ain't dropped no ball. I disagree with you there. The man always says to his listeners that he supports the gentleman, and he just blatantly it's just like me. It's just like me. Don't come and tell me that my Dr. Rowley.
I didn't know you and I have concerns about that several times.
Don't come and talk about Doc.
You know what?
Don't talk nothing about him. Because I go fight for him. Yeah, that's how I say it. It's the same way. It's the same way that gentleman would do the same thing. You know what I mean?
But people like me would always be there to point out the misinformation. Whether it's you, whether it's him, whether it's whoever it is. You can't throw away the baby in the bathwater.
What misinformation I don't give a duck? I don't give a misinformation.
No, I'm not saying that you just push out the misinformation. But this information this morning was definitely misinformation. Right?
Them care about that, Virgin. Well, I hear you and I hear you and I understand exactly where you're coming from. You see, let me tell you something, let's put it in this context. Let's just say Donald Trump is more out there with his policies. He letting you know, hey, I don't want nothing to do with I don't know if you saw the video with the black what do you call it? Oh God, Black Lives Matter.
Yes, when the Black Lives Matter of the assault.
Right. Donald Trump, if Biden wanted to do that, Biden not gonna make no big hullabaloo about it. He'll just pass one day and you'll just see the ground black. Trump not doing that. Trump telling you, hey, take up that, move that, I don't want part of that. That is Trump.
And I saw some videos where people understand what Trump's strategy is. Trump's strategy is to try and provoke a race war, you know.
Oh God, don't say that. Because that's the same thing that Dennis Rambley is saying, that the opposition leader here is pushing, you know.
And they all coming from the same book of Cambridge Analytica, and they have the same agenda.
Yeah. Caller, that's the exact
same agenda.
Let me tell you something that you saying that there, and you said that there, and I just remember what Danish Rambley would have said. He said the same thing. He said, "Hey, I have been there. I know what is this about. I am seeing where, if given a chance, we'll have issues."
Trump's agenda is to needle black people, try and undermine every little thing that they have for them to jump. You realize what black Americans are saying? They're sitting on the sidelines and watching this one out. And it is provoking them that they can't needle black people to jump out and get on the streets to protest so they can get the police to do what they want to them.
Yeah, facts.
You understand?
But this is
sad, and I'm glad that they're recognizing what is happening and they're sitting this one out. And they should sit it out for the next 4 years. Let America burn.
But let me tell you something.
I'm going to talk about America, but the problem is when we have opposition leaders in Trinidad and Tobago parroting the same agenda as and Trinidadians supporting and parroting the same agenda as Donald Trump.
Let me tell you this now. You know, in a click of a finger or a wink of an eye, we could all have chains on our hands and chains on our feet.
We could end. I always say that, Google. We could end up in slavery like that by the snap of a finger. We could end up back into slavery like that because they have certain elements in this country. I've heard them say it on the radio. That's how we did stay under the white man. That's how we did. I hear Trinidadians saying that.
That's how we did stay under the British.
That's how we did stay under the British. I want to know if under the British we will have highways and byways and 4-lane and 5-lane highways in Trinidad and Tobago. They would have milk and rape and continue to pillage Trinidad and Tobago for every cent and orange and cane that it was worth.
And I'm watching that African president who is developing and doing a great work.
Ibrahim.
I watch him closely to see.
You see how this man guiding the country in a particular direction. He's telling you what's going on. We need engineers. I bring in the backhoes on them. We need engineers, and he's pushing people to a certain direction.
Let me tell you something.
So they won't be going. So they won't end up in Trinidad and Tobago, going to school, doing a set of course, and unemployable at the end of it. I just watched a program last night. I listened to the union for the nurses and them. And I can't believe we have such a large deficiency of nurses in this country, and we are not being guided. The young people are not being, go and do nursing. We should have courses after courses in nursing.
But the problem with that is, and it's the same thing with the police service right now, because I have a nephew who applied to go into the police service, right? It's not that the young people not applying, you know. There's a problem with them being consistent, right? Number one, and number two, my nephew, the batch that he got through it, when they do the polygraph test on them, half of them fall off. When they do the drug test on them, half of them fall off. When they carry them to run around the savannah, half of them drop out. There's an issue. We having an issue. The other one.
At 12 and 13, a lot of them started to smoke weed too.
Okay then, and then we have another set.
When you reach 18, you can't qualify, you can't pass a drug test. Okay. And then you're right, there are some, but I don't believe in all the thousands of people that they just had down there in the barracks when they're recruiting. I mean,
but Jen, I tell you, you don't want to believe, but we have an issue. I saw a video with some young ladies who studying in Costa nursing. And the young ladies, and they are telling you, they're coming out and they're saying, hey, if you're coming to do nursing, stop you can't be drinking every night, you can't be partying every night, you have to focus. And when she showed her class, she said this class was full. No, we only 10 of we.
Right.
It's only 10 of us, and we started off with 45. And 10. Nah, man. So we have work to do. We have work to do.
Definitely does. I'll leave it there, Google, and let some other calls get me.
Yeah, man. Hello, good afternoon.
You too.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. First time caller, Pastor Google.
No, thank you very much for calling.
Avid listener. I have a lot of support on the Facebook group. For a lot of days now, we've been asking, why was I blocked from your show? This is Dandy Sandoval.
Me, ma'am? Here you are. You asked me.
So why was I blocked from 919? I'm a big supporter. I log on first to your program. I don't know. All the way in the U.S. I'm an hour behind for months, and I would wake up. Why am I blocked? If you look in the group, you will see all the support for everybody asking, why is Dandy Sandoval blocked, and to please unblock her.
Okay, well, hear what? I will talk to the technical team, and I will try my best to see what I
This
can
hurts Dandy Sandoval a lot because I am a big supporter.
All right, so would you accept my humble apologies,
I
ma'am?
will accept your apologies because I honestly believe it wasn't you, but it's very hurtful. Why was I blocked?
All right, so I will work on that for you, ma'am. I will speak to the technical team and see how we can go about unblocking you. Again, I
So
want
to all
to
my
apologize.
teachers on the comment on Facebook right now, Sarah and Angela and Tammy and everybody who's there, Brian, everybody rooting for me every day to be unblocked.
Lord.
Can I please be unblocked? Because the show is no fun if I can't comment.
Okay, ma'am. I will endeavor to talk to the team and see what they can do for you.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor Google. Have a wonderful day.
You're most welcome, ma'am. I don't know who blocked the lady. Only whoever blocked the lady. Unblock the lady that. Oh, Lord. Don't do me that. Please. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, all you understood what I'm saying? If we go down with the chum design, and these people get into office, the police will just run in and somehow and just lock you up.
Oh, God, don't say that now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No,
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Pastor Gu. But anyhow,
don't say that.
You see, that other thing, PNM was in office for 75% of the time. Don't say that, Pastor Google. This country is where it is, and we could have been further advanced from where we is. You see how you explain them children and them young people going up? After 50% of them enroll, we only ended up with 10%.
Yeah, boy.
You see what the young lady had was to do? So whose fault is that? So we just talk about Singapore. Singapore, and I just tell them, we had to start with our first premier, so please allow me. Singapore was invaded by the Japanese, and the Japanese spent 3 years in Singapore. And that way we had to go through. Yeah. Throughout the British take over Singapore and run Singapore for nearly 4 years, 3 years and a half. After the Second World War, we still had American soldiers. The British throw out Japanese and take over Singapore, get independence in 1965. I don't know, we get in probably 1962 or how long. So we get independence before that. You know what the difference? Our premier, Dr. Eric Williams, when he go in the parliament, they say, Dr. Eric Williams want to turn Trinidad like Singapore, and this and that and the other. We would have a more model society if we had gone along that road then. But you know what? Singapore didn't experience a Trinidad and Tobago experience where our premier died. And we had to change. Singapore hand over government to Singapore's son. So when we want to talk about them kind of things, we have to understand what we're talking about. Trinidad and Tobago is now 62 years independence. Dr. Rowley older than our independence. If you look sharp when Dr. Rowley born, he must get a British identification. So when we talk about, I would have a train in Trinidad and Tobago by now. This is 15 years after. I might have a train running from Port of Spain to Grande or from Port of Spain to San Fernando. I would not have no waterfront. I would not have the Twin Towers in town if the administration did not have the testicular fortitude to build the Twin Towers. I would not have the court in town. I could remember, they just want to make noise to tell you about we had to build back the 2 grandstands in town. I remember we put our administration in office and one man decided to go and pave the savannah and break down the grandstand. A historical landmark, the man tear it down. So every year for Carnival, we had to put up 2 stands now. It's still at 1. But they're blaming me for that. Every time them get into office, they set back my nation by 25 to 30 years. I will have aluminum smelter plant when they tell me about diversification. I paying for current for how much years that I couldn't use that I know how to pay. They want to know where the money gone. That is where the money gone.
I hear you, caller.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, Pastor.
Yeah, man.
But you know, I called in a program yesterday.
Why you?
And they put they put me up PNM done, son.
Why you president? Why you calling in? Why you calling? Why you going in a bar that or a place that do like?
No, it's your program. Your program are calling on the tape, and they put me up this morning and thing. But
yes, I saw it. I want
to still ask the question.
Yes, I saw it. I
want a chance to still ask the question and answer it too. Watch me, I want to ask if the government remove the subsidies on gas, cooking gas too, and they give the union 50% increase, if the money will have any value. And I will tell you, you could call any economist and they will tell you the money will never have any value because the price of cost of living will shoot high. And I have my reason why I use gas. Goods and services going up. To fill your car tank, if it was 300, it will be 600. Transport going up. Food, goods and services, gas, light, water, everything will go up. Inflation will go up. So your money could never value anything. And if I have PNM done, say, okay, but I want them to tell me what the PNM, if everybody benefit from something here, benefit from our PNM policy. The PNM creates every millionaire, every doctor, every lawyer, every engineer, everything the PNM creates here, every millionaire, every billionaire. So I don't know what kind of stupidness and lies that is called about. Right? Call any economist and ask them if they remove the subsidy on gas, if 50% increase in a union, if the union gets 50% increase, if this will have any value. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Go.
I am this, but the money on this line is running out, so I'll have to call you back in another 20 minutes. But what I would like you to do for me, I want to hear what Philip Edward Alexander had to say about Kamla Prasad Bisesa.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And I need to get that, please, because it is important that we in the public understands how you have these people who hungry for office could say one thing yesterday and say something else today. Do you understand? So I will call you back in a while. Thank you very much. But I want to hear what Philip Alexander said. Please, and thank you so much, Pastor.
All right. I hear you, sir. Wow. You know that call I call in. Hey, these listeners like real drama, you know, boy. Me go only like drama. Honestly, only love it. Only love the drama, boy. My goodness. Hear what the caller calling to hear that. Only what the caller calling to hear. Listen to the caller calling to hear.
Look at who they exhume Jack and bring Jack out now to go and work with Khadija in Tunapuna. Why? Lex Book. And they know they could bring Christ. They could bring Buddha. People don't want nothing to do with these bandits. They don't want the UNC. They don't want them at all. Get that through all the heads. UNC there, they bust, they mash up. The whole party done. They ought to be talking all kind of deal, side deal, front deal, back deal to keep people like Nakir and Julie and mash up. I'm leaving the party. It mash up, it gone. I watched one video with my boy, walking with Kamla. Kamla tuttering like she want to fall over. Kamla no family to pull out of this boy and say enough. There's abuse of the elderly. Kamla cannot survive this. There's weekend at Bernie's going on in that wherever that madness is. And they're trying to fool people and pretend that weekend at Bernie's fest that's going on. Look at who they exhume Jack and bring Jack out now to go and work with Khadija in Tunapuna. Why? Lex Book. And they know they could bring Christ. They could bring Buddha. People don't want nothing to do with these bandits. They don't want the UNC. They don't want them at all. Get that through the heads. UNC there, the boss, they mash up. The whole party done. They are be talking all kind of deals, side deal, front deal, back deal to keep people like Naked and Julie and mash up. I'm leaving the party. It mash up, it gone. I watched one video with my boy, walking with Kamala. Kamala tottering like she want to fall over. Kamala and her family to pull her out of this boy and say enough. There's abuse of the elderly. Kamala cannot survive this. There's weekend at Bernie's going on in that wherever that madness is.
My goodness, the man said that's abuse of the elderly, you know. The man call that abuse of the elderly, you know. Hey, only stop it now, man. Stop. Wow, the man said that's abuse of the elderly. The man said, Miss Bisas, I don't have a family member to pull you out of this. Me? Only good, yes. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Hi, cool, man.
I see you enjoying a jolly laugh.
Yeah. The man say that's abuse of the elderly, you know.
I mean, you could ask them, they're digging up the grave to find people.
Wow.
Well, didn't Dr. Williams say Trinidad and Tobago could be the greatest nation in the world if we had as much exuberance as we are displayed during Carnival towards our nation?
Yeah, yes, he did.
You remember when he said to the Yankee, we want give you land back, what the President Eisenhower deemed him as anti-American?
Oh yes.
And he instructed his commanders in Chaguaramas base to cooperate with the opposition.
Wow.
All of this is happening. And through that cooperation, you had elements like Badis Mirage and all these characters coming down the line that caused Trinidad a whole lot of heartache.
Yeah.
When your opponent want to remove you, they'll discredit you. They'll call you all kind of names. Hey,
Right.
big liars, but they're repeating that continuously until the lambs and those sheep follow that statement, like if it's gospel. And we ended up 2010. Because remember, it was Cambridge Analytica that was leading the whole call to remove Mr. Manning.
Mr. Manning, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this man who was in charge of Cambridge Analytica, Steve Bannon, that was Mr. Trump campaign advisor. All you remember that? People need to go and look at these things, and stop talking in the doggone flicking vagabondism that they like to doggone carry on with. Right? Yes, how you're making up all kind of terminology to describe them because what's so stupid? But we need to pay attention. Yes.
Vagabond, Daddy say vagabond. You don't know me and somebody call somebody a vagabond?
Well, right? That is a fitting description for their kind of characterization. Because they had no other reason to exist. No moral, no principle, no spirituality. Just pure vagabondism.
I hear you.
No. Mr. Toure, he's trying to bring back African spirituality and morality. And these people doing the same thing to him that they were doing to Dr. Rowley. Because they don't want to lose that. They want to recolonize all third world countries. You hear the man say he want to take back over Panama? He want to take Greenland? He want to take Canada? All the wet all the house, all the neighbors on fire. This man getting on bad. And watch him. The expression on his face is like he have no emotions or whatsoever, It's a cold look. All the pay attention, I tell you, I just sit down here and, like Dr. Rowley, me a bound for that. Keep it. A good ways. I in the last paradise on the face of this earth, sweet TNT, but yet we have some pariahs down here that keep lighting fire and want to burn it down.
All right, Daddy.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Ellie, good afternoon.
Hey, Pastor Google.
Hi.
Afternoon. How you going?
I am okay.
All right, man. Well, I'm now tuning here. I'm happy to hear you enjoying yourself. I mean, that's in a real way with the video and everything now. But I was a listener for a long time ago, maybe like about 3 years or 4 years ago. And at that time, listening to the program, it was really helpful, like in a real way. Just the authenticity of the program and how it is. In terms of the content, in terms of like the main topic in the country right now is politics, yes, but deeper than that, I think the main topic is and should be what the plans for the country. What we really focusing on, and I hope people really paying attention, and I hope that there is a party. I'm not choosing. I thinking based on quality. I hoping there is a party who have plans, developing plans, and then come forward and express what their plans is for the economy and social peace. So in the economy, for long as well we can diversification. We need to tap into agriculture. The economists would say it. Everybody would say it.
And even though you come in and you are come in into a view of the discussion, which I'm not really talking about that, but seeing that you brought it up, and I know that you're saying that you're hoping that there is a party that would discuss agriculture, discuss diversification and all these different things. And you're saying to me that you're not seeing that or you're not hearing that. That's what you're saying to me, right?
At the moment, I'm not hearing that.
Okay, so when the Prime Minister, just now we having a discussion with you. So when the Prime Minister, and Minister Foster Cummings and Minister Kazim Hussein, right? Mr. Kazim Hussein, I believe, would have spent over, I think I heard over $1 million or $1 billion in helping farmers, because there are a lot of farmers and there are a lot of videos, and I'm going to get them, and I'm going to play for you what has been this government plan and objection, what have they been doing to enhance and to encourage farming, because there is the whole YAP program and all the youth programs that Minister Foster Cummings has been developing over the time to encourage young people into farming. Over 100 and something young persons got land, they got starter homes, they got money to start farming. If you say that you're not hearing and you want to hear that, then I could give you that. But I want to dive into another aspect of what you talked about, and in all fairness, that is something that I am committed to continuously because you see, sometimes I just think that when you play those things, it becomes boring and irrelevant to some people. And even though I'm playing it and you're hearing it, you will call back and say, but I'm not hearing them talking about this. I don't know how to do it. So I'm asking you, how do you want me? And I am committed to because you're saying that you don't know which party. So I am asking you, how do you want me to present to the nation and to young people the plans, and not the plans, but how the government has been executing their plans on agriculture, diversification, and all those things? Because they have been trying their best to do it, right? Okay. But maybe you haven't heard it. Okay. I'm asking you now, how you think I should go about executing? Because I display it here all the time. Anybody on the live, anybody who listens to my program know that I had Minister Foster Cummings here reading out over 400 and something programs that does be oversubscribed by young people. So I don't know if you're saying that you're not hearing that, and we have the Ministry of Youth and National Service that doing all the things that you're asking about there, and it's overly subscribed. Okay, so how do I go about sharing with you and other persons the information that is out there?
Well, I appreciate your feedback, Pastor Google. And what I would say is, most likely I would stand corrected. I also remember one clip I saw on the news a while ago where the Prime Minister who would have recently stepped down himself and also Minister Cummins, they were in Shagaramad.
Yeah.
And they got some shipments, some gifts of yams, white yams from Egypt, following, not Egypt, maybe Ghana, following when the Ghana person comes in. But what you just shared, I didn't hear that.
Really?
And maybe, no, honestly, but let me offer a reason. Let me offer a reason as to why persons may not hear that. Because, and maybe there may be good politicians in the mix, and you might also. So the good content that you play, sometimes some callers might come and try to change the program, but not. Maybe the good work is being overshadowed by a lot of other issues, whether it's social unrest, you hear on a daily XYZ. So maybe you doing your part, as you say, you doing your part to play the good work that the government is doing and has been doing and will continue to do for Trinidad and Tobago in all sectors, economic sustainability, helping us to reduce the need to import from persons, helping Trinidad to be sustainable on its own, developing the tourism sector in a real way, education and everything. But a lot of the good work is really, really drenched and overshadowed by crime and just crime every day on the news. So I stand corrected, and please continue to do the good work you're doing. I wouldn't take up too much time on it.
No, I don't want you to come off as yet. I don't want you to
Okay,
come
cool,
off.
sure.
Listen to me, I don't want you to come off as yet, because you still didn't answer the question,
Oh, what
do you want me to designate a time in the program? Because I've been doing that also, where I can show.
Real quick. One question now comes to mind. I know you normally operate from 11. Well, and sometimes maybe on Monday you would have started a little earlier. But I know it. So you recently taken up the 2 to 4 time
No, I'm
now?
taking up from 12 to 4.
12 to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, continue as you were saying.
So you want to thank the boss for that opening?
Yeah, man.
So what I was asking you, because Trinidad and Tobago, bear with me, I really want to talk to this young man because he came on and he really wants to know the information. So my thing is, what I would try to do, and I want you to commit whenever you have the time to log on to the program, and to the beginning of the program, I always show what are some of the success or what are some of the things that the government is doing in Trinidad and Tobago. And I will focus more on what they offer for the youth.
You touch exactly on what was coming to my mind. You touch exactly because I think back a little bit. You're done dealing with school, and school can get difficult on its own, and you're not too sure if when you're done putting all them studies, if when you come out you will get employment. So that is a worry on your mind too.
But here's the other thing too. You know what I have recognized also with the programs that Minister Cummings is doing is that after you finish that and you want to start your own business, there is a agency called NITCO that will sit down with you and they would help you put together a business plan. They will also help you to put together a financial plan so that when you go to the financial institutions or NITCO and all, give you a loan. Or a grant. I think they stopped giving a loan now. I think it's a grant they just give you and I think I saw the other day a gentleman was boasting that he got $100,000 to do his business.
Okay, I think the difference with a grant is they provided some advice and kind of...
Yeah, but they give you a grant and you don't have to pay it back. A loan you have to pay back.
Oh, you don't have to pay back the grant?
No.
Okay, I didn't know that. And they also kind of monitoring you and kind of advise you.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do monitor and advise you on how you go about,
to develop your foundation.
Yes, yeah.
That's very good. Well, I mean, honestly, I really just hope the best as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. I really want the best for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, man.
You know?
And that's
So
why we were discussing what we were discussing just now, which is the Caribbean is siding, or the Caribbean is coming together on discussions, and leaders in the Caribbean is saying that, hey, you see the situation with the Cuban doctors and the Cuban nurses? You understand? We are standing together where that is concerned. They are not taking the position of, hey, well, don't take away the US visa now. We will bow. No, we're not bowing. The Barbados Prime Minister say, I will be the first to give back my visa. You understand? Dr. Rowley say, I don't want to go back to Florida.
Oh, yeah. And as you're saying, if we unite as a Caribbean,
and that is, you see what you're saying there, young man? That is the key thing that these Caribbean leaders, you see what sometimes is pain that's have to bring people together, you know. Pain, you know.
Unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that. Yeah.
Before you know.
Yeah, but it's pain because you see what's happening where they're willing to put sanctions, they're willing to take back the visas from Caribbean leaders or whoever that are allowing Cuban doctors and nurses and stuff like that. But you see how they're willing to come together now and say, hey, no, we're not going through that with you. If you want to take back your visa, you want to do whatever you want to do to me, I'm willing to go through it. But remember, as you go, I want to remind you this.
Yeah.
You remember in the pandemic, Cuba created their own vaccine?
I vaguely remember that.
Come now, man.
It wasn't approved by the WHO.
I can't remember if it was approved. I can't remember. But what I remembered is that the strength of the Cuban scientists and doctors, and they were able to create a vaccine for their people.
I remember here in a secondary school, they say Cuba is a top country in terms of medical.
Of course, our former Prime Minister, the great Mr. Patrick Manning, went there for his surgeries.
Okay. Nice one, nice.
Thanks very much, young man, for listening.
Yeah, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Oh, God. After coming off the phone with a brilliant, beautiful young man like that, boy.
A pleasant good afternoon to you.
Jesus Christ.
Pastor Google, you know, it's interesting, right? I am correcting papers for my global business class. And one of the business plans that the kids have to do is to create a sport development academy in Tobago and also create a scholarship fund in Trinidad for athletes across Trinidad and Tobago. And I say, I'm going to take a little time out of correcting it, because when I call your program, you just be always telling me why I just start to talk about black this and black that. But yet, Pastor Google, I hear you talking about Black Lives Matter. And
no, I wasn't talking about Black Lives Matter. I was saying to the caller.
You mentioned.
Yeah, because I was talking to the caller, and I was saying to the caller, the difference between Trump and Biden is that Trump will announce and make a big hullabaloo and drama, like how he dealt with the Black Lives Matter thing. Unlike Biden would have done it. You would have just passed the next day and see black paint. That's all I said.
Okay. And you also said about watching the African president. Correct? So what I am going to do. Yeah, you said it. You said it. Trust me, you said it. I wrote it down.
So you see, you're going down a road where I trying to because the caller and I was having a discussion, you know. And he was pointing out certain things to me, and I was just concreting on I was just painting on what we were talking about. So it wasn't like a discussion about, the black president, or look, Black Lives Matter. No, we wasn't talking that. We were showing certain things.
When I point out to you
Well, she, what you call to say, because it's already 2:51, and I'm going to go into the last.
I call to make a contribution.
Well, it's 2:51.
But like you don't want to make a contribution. All right, listen to this. From 2020, based on the manifesto of the PNM, 42% of what they have promised have not been completed. And one significant thing that they have done is 72% with respect to the energy industry have been completed. But that shows you that when Prime Minister Rowley stood up on our platform and talked about diversification, that this PNM government have no interest in diversification in Trinidad and Tobago, because 72%, that's a compliment, 72% of what they talk about the energy has been completed, yet 42% of what they promised the people of Trinidad and Tobago have not been completed. And you want to tell me that is a government that's interested in diversification? No, and I'm going to close with this. I want you to go find an article written by the former vice chairman of the PNM, Robert Lahunt. The title is Race and Inequality in Trinidad and Tobago. And you will see talking about how the PNM been in power the longest, and what Kamla Prasad Visesa said about the PNM constituencies that have been the worst.
Okay,
under
well,
Prime Minister Rowley. You'll see him saying the same thing. And I can send it for you.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, okay, cool.
You understand?
Yeah, thanks.
But I can send it for you.
All right,
but
thanks.
You see, Pastor Bogle,
yeah, thanks.
Be HDD.
Thanks.
You cannot be hypocritical.
4 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP in 2015 means Trinidad and Tobago is now officially in a recession. 4 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP in 2015 means Trinidad and Tobago is now officially in a recession. 4 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP in 2015 means Trinidad and Tobago is now officially in a recession. 4 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP in 2015 means Trinidad and Tobago is now officially in a recession.
So again, ready to go for a break. I need a break. I need to go and drink some water. Let me say good afternoon to the 619 people joining me on YouTube, people joining me on Facebook. Yes, I try my best to unblock all your friends. Again, I get accused of blocking her. I don't know how I get accused of blocking her, but I am going to unblock your friend so that she can come back on. If she's listening, I am talking to the technical team to get them to unblock you, okay? Olia, I need a break. After that phone call, I need a break. A little think so? So when I come back from the break, I have 2 videos I want to show. If you know anybody from San Fernando, you need to tell them to come on the live. Right? So, San Fernando people, I want to deal with all you today. Right? So, San Fernando people, I want to deal with you all today. If you know anybody from San Fernando, all the people who listening to me from San Fernando, share the live. I need to talk to my people from San Fernando. That's 1. 2. I have another video I want to show you guys of statements made by the opposition leader. And it really upset me. I know it upset a lot of other persons. But I want to hear your views on it. Your views I want to hear. You, Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the world. So when I come back, people from San Fernando come on the live. And people who live in, people who live in South, I will jump on the live and we will talk when I come back. I'm gonna drink some water, and come back. I need to drink some water after that call, boy. I need to drink some water. So hear what? Don't touch your dial. Stay right there. Those of you on the live, don't move or continue to share the live around. And anybody from San Fernando East, San Fernando West, Labre, Point, Icacas, all them areas, jump on the live. Because I want to show you all something that I know might upset all you, but I need to upset some of you all because some of you are too happy.
Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
This is the voice of the PNM. TNT, this is your invitation. On Sunday, March 16th, the People's National Movement is calling you from every town, every community to gather at the historic University of Woodford Square from 2 p.m. as we proudly present the 41 candidates for the 2025 general election. Hear from our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, incoming Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Young Senior Counsel, as they usher in a bold new era of governance for Trinidad and Tobago, and a powerful lineup of speakers, including your new PNM candidates. Be there as the leaders of today and tomorrow address us in Woodford Square. Don't miss performances by top soca artists, dance performances, Tassa drummers, rhythm sections, and more on Sunday, March 16th from 2 p.m. at the University of Woodford Square. All are invited. Wear your red, meet your candidates, and be part of history. Great is the PNM.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damien Melville in concert with added drama, including Damien Melville as Dr. Rowley. Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows 7 p.m. Also featuring the biggest stars of Caribbean comedy.
Christine, what are your parents' occupation?
Sir, they're working in the iron and steel business. My mother does iron and my father does steel.
Get tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandingtickets.com. Caches, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's Arima, Passade the Food King, and Food Fantasy Point Fortin, Valini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Oh, God.
are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank account 795222 in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Iwer Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This brilliance
So I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago, and I would have told you guys to tell people to come on the live, because this is for me, this is home, this is serious business here now. This for me, this is personal in the sense of we in San Fernando, and they often ask themselves, the UNC asks themselves all the time, how it is or why it is they can never like get back San Fernando West and stuff like that. What is really going on? And one of the reasons why is because of this that they did. In San Fernando, Mr. Manning had built an administration building. If you see administration building, if you saw it, a really nice building, beautiful building, Mr. Manning built. And that was in 2010. He lost the election, so he wasn't able to furnish it or bring it to where he wanted to be. In that building, when you pass by that building, you would have seen all the floors, and there was a map showing us where the library, about 2 or 3 floors would have been the library, a floor for the ID card office, a floor for the passport office, a floor for all the government as administrative bill, every government institution would have been placed in that building. All right, that is what the building was built for. I want you to listen to me. Come on the live, you know. So, thank you for those of you joining me on the live. Thank you all very much. So, I want you all to watch this. Anybody from San Fernando on Facebook? Because I can't see what people are saying on YouTube. Alright? But people who from San Fernando on Facebook, I want you all to tell me if you remember, if you all know what this building is. So, those of you who are on the live, this is the building I'm talking about. You see this building here? Mr. Manning built this building. Anybody from San Fernando could call in and tell me, say, Pastor Google, you're lying. No, it's Mr. Cesar built that building. This building, Mr. Manning built this building. History about this building, this place of where this building is built was called Chancery Lane. It was a car park where Point taxi stand used to be. Penal taxi stand used to be. All the areas taxi stands used to be. I have a call on the line. I hope you're from South. Hello, good afternoon. Are you from San Fernando?
Good afternoon, sir. Of course.
That building that I'm showing on YouTube, if you are looking at it, who built that building?
The Honorable Patrick Mervyn Augustus Manning.
What he built it for?
To put all the government offices there.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I'm not lying to the people now.
I like that song though.
You like it?
Yeah, the girl said, "Don't get to take a lollipop."
I hear you, Cora.
Yeah, but Mr. Manning will not bring on the lady to listen to that teacher hospital meeting if anybody just thought there.
Okay then. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no things.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
That building that you are looking at, I don't know if you, I'm assuming that you're looking at the building on YouTube, but that building, are you looking at it on YouTube, sir?
Yes, I just got in and I'm looking at the building as we speak.
That building was built by who, sir?
The late, great, right honorable former Prime Minister Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning.
What did he build that building for, sir?
He built that building in order to house all of the southern government offices in San Fernando in one place.
Was that a good idea or a bad idea?
That was not a good idea. It was not a bad idea. It was a fantastic idea. Because that is what Dr. Rowley has done in Port of Spain. That is why we have the Ministry of Health now located north of the Port of Spain General Hospital, where we have the brand new central block. Yes? So you can now house all of the ministry's businesses in one building. You will also recall that the Central Statistical Office was all over the place between 2010 and 2015. So therefore they could not corroborate information. You understand? That is how the partnership had it. Also, we are presently building a new building for the Ministry of Social Welfare, Family Services and Social Welfare. A brand new building.
Thanks very much.
That building should finish in about 2 months.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Are you calling from San Fernando?
I'm from South, yes.
That building
that building was to house all the ministries. What had happened is a lot of the buildings in San Fernando that were housing government ministries are owned by people of the People's Partnership.
Oh God, preach now. Preach now.
And when they came in power, they bamboozled the head and said they're building a teaching hospital. So because they don't want to lose rent. Don't let nobody fool all here. We know what was going on. So that some of the buildings that in ministries are owned by people who didn't want to lose the rent. Because the government rent is sure rent.
Thank you very much.
Nobody else could rent some of the buildings that I could just give one conspiracy theory and you'll laugh at it when I give it. Pastor Google?
Where's that?
Do you think Joel de Souza resigned from UNC just so? Here, what is my conspiracy theory? UNC like Trump? Trump don't like transgender, so they had to get her disassociate or him as disassociated from the party. So Trump, they'll say he's no longer part of us. So that they could get in love with Trump.
Well, that conspiracy theory may not hold, because we are aware of others. So
yeah, but remember the others is what we feel and what we think, but that one was sure.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
I'll have a good day.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
Nah, I don't want to talk to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Let me tell you something about that building.
Talk to me.
And right now, half of the building on southern end is unused.
Wow.
Now, Mr. Manning spent $402,000 to put up that building. The UNC spent $1.4 billion just to put a fire escape and a catwalk to the general hospital and a few things. When you go in that building on the ground floor, one person about nearly 50 feet away from the next one, because they can't even have people to put in the building. To go up on the 14th floor, if you have a patient, you have to go to the guards, explain what you want to do and who you're going to get the elevator to go up on the 14th floor. That is what the Harper Teaching Hospital is saying. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, how are you?
I am. Hey, what go? Well, I know you're not from South, you're from Tobago.
Who say that? Pastor Google, I know Trinidad more than Tobago. I say so. Oh. And I know Mr. Patrick Manning. I lived in Roy Joseph's scheme. I live in...
you live in the Roy Joseph Boulevard?
Definitely.
Stop saying the scheme is not a scheme anymore, sir. Mr. Manning turned there into Roy Joseph Boulevard. Right. That is not a scheme anymore. I often consider there to be a what do you call it, boy? One of those high class, high rise buildings in South. He demolished the ghetto concept and built it into a classy, beautiful area?
Well, I know that, but I'm telling you the days in the 70s when I was living there and with my brothers, and I also lived in Circular Road, exactly opposite the quarry.
Okay,
so
okay.
I know San Fernando good and proper, and I knew that is Mr. Manning that built that building there, because I'm a follower of the PNM, and I'm not ashamed or afraid to say that. But what I really, I get to catch my aunt, uncle, and grandmother to get in, because we don't have the program on radio. I had to talk to Mr. George about giving us some part of your program on the radio, so we could use our phones, but we have to listen on phone or TV to get the YouTube.
Okay.
However, what I call to say is that what Mr. Philip Alexander said, Ms. Kamala doesn't have nobody. We doesn't hear about her husband. We don't hear about everybody else, husband and wife. We doesn't hear about her
Mr. B says, let's be there, man.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, he just be there. He just be there.
I doesn't hear about his child, whether it's a boy or a girl that she had a grandchild for. I doesn't hear, so she really hear nobody. And her members and them, who very close to her, they don't have the belly to tell her to leave. They don't have that. So that's what I want to say. Just so Mr. Philip Alexander say, abuse of senior citizens. Abuse.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Pastor.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Pastor Google.
You calling from South?
Yeah, from South. That building there. Before that building, it had the penal superior there, the Maxi stand there. Right. It had the Dragon Hall there.
Right.
Right? But I will tell you about that building. That building is underutilized. You know how big that building is? That building is underutilized. The glass falls now. It has, because people not paying people outside every day. Every 3 months every day because you have to go to clinic there. Right? That building is underutilized. Right? What sort of people just complain why they didn't stick to the regular plan, but they couldn't stick to the regular plan because they have to keep people making money. Right? Sponging off of the taxpayers. Right? In a difficult situation, so them are just talking. I just hear African people talking and criticizing people and things, but some African people don't fall in this life because it's financially illiterate. Anybody can tell them anything. This is why yesterday when I talk about the gas thing, everybody criticized me this morning.
All right. Well, I want to stick to this building. I want to stay with this building a little bit. So I want to play something now for Trinidad and Tobago to hear. I want Trinidad and Tobago to understand why people in San Fernando don't want any part of the UNC. Because you see that building would have alleviated and would have taken away a lot of stress from San Fernando people. You know what I'm telling earlier? Everybody was going to get everything in one building. One building. Right? And the UNC came in office. And that's why San Fernando people don't want no part of the UNC. Listen why.
The $750 million San Fernando Teaching Hospital was officially opened today. The Prime Minister says the world-class facility in Chancery Lane was built in 18 months. Health Minister Dr. Fuad Khan says a partnership with the London Academy...
You all hear what she said? What they said? You hear what she just said? It was built in 18 months. Lie! They lied to all you. Because everybody who lives in San Fernando could call in now and tell you that that's a lie. That building wasn't built in 18 months. Listen.
The $750 million San Fernando Teaching Hospital was officially opened today. The Prime Minister says the world-class facility in Chancery Lane was built in 18 months. Health Minister Dr. Fuad Khan says a partnership with the London Academy will help develop more local specialists. And Tertiary Education Minister Fazal Karim says medical students from South will pay 30% less school fees. Melissa Dasraf has more.
The idea for the San Fernando Teaching Hospital was the brainchild of doctors plagued by a never-ending influx of patients and sorely inadequate resources. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissessar gave concerned doctors all the credit for pitching the idea to turn the administrative building into a decanting center, which later...
You hear what she called it? You hear what it was? It was an administrative building. You take our building and turn it into a teaching hospital. When if you look behind the old hospital, there's so much of land and so much of things that you could have developed the new wing behind.
Morphed into a practical medical institution. She said the $750 million facility cost a fraction of what it costs to build a Scarborough hospital, and the project was completed in a shorter space of time.
It took 18 months to do this, at about the same kind of cost for 216 beds here, for the facilities we saw up on the screen, the equipment and the teaching aspects of it. And Dr. Khan tells me the cost is about the same as we spent for the 120 beds in Scarborough, the Scarborough Hospital, which took how many years? Remind me? 11 years. So something great is happening in Trinidad and Tobago.
The managing director of HDC and chairman of UDCOT, Jolene John, said stories of pregnant mothers sleeping in the corridors motivated them to repurpose the building to treat patients as well.
One of Austria's major healthcare expert companies, Vamed, was selected by the government of Austria to retrofit from office space to this 216 inpatient world-class facility.
San Fernando West MP Carolyn Sipasan-Bachin said this new facility fits in perfectly with the transformation of the city through the San Fernando Waterfront Project. At the opening of the hands-on learning hospital, Minister of Science, Technology and Tertiary Education Fazal Karim also announced that medical students from South would pay less fees.
That our students at Mount Hope in Trinidad and Tobago enjoy the lowest per capita cost of education in medicine throughout the entire Caribbean. And now the cost of pursuing studies here will even be further reduced for the 30% of our medical students who come from South Trinidad. Could you imagine what that means to our parents? At least a saving of over $50,000 per year.
And the Minister of Health, Dr. Fuad Khan, said a partnership with the Royal Society of Medicine will help churn out more medical specialists.
For that society to help us develop training modules, bringing retired specialists of a high caliber to train our young doctors in Trinidad and Tobago. I've also asked Dr. Ramsawak to speak to the Dean of Medicine in University of the West Indies and throughout the Caribbean.
So, they take our administrative building and turn it into a teaching hospital. Where people now who have to go and get the ID card have to go Monripo. If you have to get your driver's permit, you have to go Pleasantville. If you have to get your, if you have to go for Ministry of Social Development, you have to go on Superior Street. If you have to go and all over San Fernando, you just have to be traveling and traversing and going all over the place in order to do your government business when everything Mr. Manning had was in one building that they take and they destroy. I am asking the people at San Fernando, know what they're doing now. Know what they're doing. know what you all are doing. Because at the end of the day, we are seeing what is happening in San Fernando. So it's up to you now to decide what it is you really want. You know that? Yeah. It's up to you to decide.
When I hear Rowley quit, I really couldn't believe it. Who they going to replace him with? I call Emery Brown, call me back. He said, Coco, we have it done back. He says, son, we come to a decision. We off the ground with Stuart Young. He ball out crooks. I hope you like this move. We in a group. The whole cabinet approved. The whole of the PNM pack. Foster Penny and Camille agree. Marvin Gonzalez, Brian and Gatsby Dolly. Everyone rooting for Stuart. Great replacement for Rowley. Go spread the word. PNM strong. We going with Stuart Young.
New song, new music coming on from Mr. Crow Crow. Music coming on from Crow Crow.
When I hear Rowley quit, I really couldn't believe it. Who they going to replace him with? I call Emery Brown, call me back. He said, Coco, we have it done back. He says, son, we come to a decision. We off the ground with Stuart Young. He ball out crooks. I hope you like this move. We in a group. The whole cabinet approved. The whole of the PNM pack. Foster Penny and Camille agree. Marvin Gonzalez, Brian and Gatsby Dolly. Everyone rooting for Stuart. Great replacement for Rowley. Go spread the word. PNM strong. We going with Stuart Young. Ding dong. We had a bit of troubles. Some wanted penny beckles, cause they know penny good for so. It was almost a split decision. The vote end up 9-11. In the end, all of them hug up like friend. Cause great is the PNM. He ball out crooks. I hope you like this move. We in a group. The whole cabinet approved. The whole of the PNM party. Foster Penny and Camille agree. Marvin Gonzalez, Brian and Gatsby Dolly. Everyone rooting for Stuarty. Great replacement for Rowley. Go spread the word. PNM strong. We going with Stuart Young. Ding dong. I want you to remember this. You fall in love with office. The whole nation send you a kiss. Hamilton fall and she in step here. The woman wouldn't get out from there. Right on, sir. We would always remember Rowley as a great leader. He ball out crooks. I hope you like this move. We in a group. The whole cabinet approved. The whole of the PNM party. Foster Penny and Camille agree. Marvin Gonzalez, Brian and Gatsby Dolly. Everyone rooting for Stuarty. Great replacement for Rowley. Go spread the word. PNM strong. We going with Stuart Young. Ding dong. I must say thanks openly. Thanks to you, Dr. Rowley, on behalf of the whole country. Imposters call you all kind of name, but you are now in the Hall of Fame. Thank you, sir, on behalf of Trinbago, kudos coming from Coco. People of crooks, I hope you like this move. We in a groove, the whole cabinet approved. The whole of the PNM pack, Foster Penny and Camila Green, Marvin Gonzalez, Brian and Gatsby Dolly. Everyone rooting for Stuart. Great replacement for Rowley. Go spread the word, PNM strong. We go in with Stuart Young. Ding dong.
You're listening to the Street 919 FM, your destination for the best music around. All the hits and timeless classics on the Street 919 FM.
And there's a new song from Coco. I hope you all enjoyed it. As I get it, I'm playing it for you. But when I come back from the break, I'm going to play for you all something that I find very disturbing. And I want to hear your views on it when I come back from the break. Right? I want you all to listen to what the opposition leader had to say. And I want you all to tell me if you're all happy about this. How do you all feel about it when I come back from the break? We're going to do a Royal Castle meal tip. And when you come back from that, I'm going to play for you. I'm going until 5. Yeah, I was asked to work until 5 o'clock today. So I want to play for you, and I want you to tell me, share with me your views on what you hear from this clip. And let me tell you something, You know, some people will say some things and prefer that, it just go over your head, or that is it. No, it's on the UNC Facebook page. Yeah, it's on the UNC Facebook page. So when I come back, I'll play it for you. And I want you to tell me what you think about it. Mr. Danish Rambley would have done a whole write-up on it. Mr. Danish Rambley, he's not happy with what was said. He's a UNC. But I want you to hear it, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going for a break, and I'm coming back. When I come back, I'm playing it for you. Those of you who are on the live, stay on the live. Let me say thank you to those of you who are on the live. Thank you very much. And those of you listening to me on traditional radio, thank you. And those of you who are on our TuneIn app, thank you very much. Don't touch your dial. Don't come off the live. Stay right there. I'm coming back to play something for you.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If your day is hectic and there's no time to cook, save time. The Castle is known for tasty chicken, but have you tried our rotisserie chicken? Pick up a single meal of a quarter rotisserie chicken and any one side. Choose from crinkle cut fries, creamy potato salad, tasty coleslaw, or fresh salad. If you really like rotisserie, try one entire chicken. We even have the banquet special, a bigger meal for the entire family of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides and a 2-liter soft drink. Make sure to pick up some of our creamy honey mustard sauce or tempting pepper sauce and have a delicious, satisfying lunch or dinner. Pop into a branch close to you. See you at Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
So I'm back with you, and this video really upsetting. I will tell you now, if you can't handle certain things, I think you shouldn't listen. If you can handle listening to Wall Street, then yeah, we'll put that aside. If you listen to this video, when you listen to this video, you'll understand why, as Trinidadians, we need to be very careful who we're choosing as leaders. We really need to be careful. The persons that we're choosing to be, in the sense that, you know, people that show peacock and they make certain statements and stuff like that. I think this one really upset me. And I wasn't looking for the opposition leader to make statements like this. But I think I'm talking too much, and I should just play the video and let you be the judge of it. It is said that it is a metaphor, but I didn't hear her say that in the beginning of the video. People making excuse for it because there's an outrage against it. There's an outrage against what she said, and so people are now taking up the responsibility of trying to clean it up. Right? There are some people trying to clean up what she said. And so, I don't know how you can clean up this, but take a listen to this Trinidad video. I heard a young lady trying to clean it up. I don't know how you're cleaning up this.
This government has selected the right brand color for themselves. And they are not even conscious of it. It is incredible how the unconscious works and how hard and herd mentality follows. All of them dressed in the color of blood, covered from head to toe, mimicking the country's state. Unconsciously, they costume in blood as their brand color. Their color is not that of a national flag. Don't get fooled. This government's color is the color of blood, red blood. When you see them campaigning, you see blood flowing down the street towards you. You see blood all over the streets in your communities. This government is synonymous with blood. The new $150 million Balaji House is built with blood money and painted with the blood of slaughtered citizens, painted red. For the past 10 years, all you see and smell is blood all over our country. Over 5,000 murdered. That is not the color of campaigners for a good country. That red is the color of pain. That red is the color of suffering. That red is the color of horror and terror. Blood red, that is the color of death, depth, danger, and destruction. When you see this wave of blood red approaching your homes, you'll start counting triple murders, drowned divers, double murders, rapes, home invasions, stabbings, school violence, dead babies, mental pain and loss. So anytime you see that red brigade coming down the street, remember what it stands for: death and destruction. When you see them coming like blood running down the street, you start counting the many ways they make their blood money. You see on their faces intentions to thief your pension, to thief your public assistance, to thief your property, and the intention to thief your inheritance with inheritance tax, don't forget. You will see people who thief your birthright. Petrotrin was your birthright. They thief it. Now they want to give it to some dubious company, but we'll deal with that. They want to thief your free speech. They want to thief your education. You will see the architecture of thieving throughout the procurement paradigm. You'll see persecution of public servants who stood up to them to stop them. And I ask you now, when you see them in blood red campaigning, dressed in the color, pain, terror, and horror, remember there are 5,000 mothers in this country bawling for their lost children who have been murdered. Remember the 5,000 dead from COVID. Remember the tens of thousands died because of poor health care. Close your gates. Close your windows. Close your minds, and most of all, wrap up your soul when you see that blood red brigade coming down for you. They bled you and bled you for 10 long years. There's only one way to stop the bleeding and secure your future and your children's future. Just remember, when the UNC wins, everybody wins.
I go into the phone lines. I go into the phone lines. Before I say the wrong thing, I go into the phone lines because I don't know. Yeah, I go into the phone lines. I think I need to go to the phone lines. Yeah. So I go into the phone lines. Be serious, boy? That what we reach to? Huh? That's what we reach to? Well, let's come on the live. Those of you who are on the live will see what I have to show you. Because people are say things, talk things, and they know what they're talking. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Me, boy? Take a look. Those of you on the live, take a look. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Those of you who are on the live. I just tell you, sometimes politicians say things and they don't know that people, I don't know what they think, but when they do things like that, who they really trying to get through. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. But isn't those same people who are red, if they don't vote for you, can't win the election?
But no. Remember, she believed that if all East Indians go out and vote.
Oh, that's what you forget. So she and Kuka, so that's why I called you some morning ago and told you. My grandmother from Tobago said the lady said that she's going to make blood run in the street if she don't win. So when she could come on Monday night and make that statement, justify the statement she made. Justify that statement because now she could tell me blood running in the street. So that's why I have to ask the question, is she responsible for that? Because she accepted if she lose, that is what is going to happen to Trinidad and Tobago. And it is happening. So if I tell you, Barracuda jump out of water and tell you shark inside, will you doubt them? Enjoy your evening.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Pastor, that lady forget that she said, if I lose, blood will flow. She forget that. And then had a man drag him coffin from pillar to post in this country. She forget. But I ain't forget at all. Okay, Pastor Google? That's it.
Who's the most popular man in town? If I ask ya, don't say you don't know. You could ask any school child around.
All right, so I'm taking your calls. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Guru. Right. Well, a long time I've been called. Everybody's in the house. Eat properly, exercise, tell us one because you're on the lap. Pastor Google, what happened is this. Pastor Google, when the young lady loses this election, Pastor Google, we don't know what kind of shot could call. So Pastor Google, right now, she's raking the bottom of the barrel, Pastor Google. So you see how deep this lady is going, Pastor Google. She's going very, very, very deep, Pastor Google. Because Pastor Google, I repeat, when she lost, because remember, most of her supporters don't want her, Pastor Google. So she's trying every, dirty trick. But I repeat, when she lost Pastor Google, as I think the DJ woman now spoke there, Gemma, more than blood will flow this time, Pastor Google, because who knows, she will take it straight to Privy Council, Pastor Google. Yes, Pastor Google is a deadly, And the late Patrick Manning was so correct. She wasn't ready, and still she isn't ready, because Pastor Google is the first time we ever saw a party lost. And from the next day, they start a campaign from Sunday morning to Monday night. First time in history. Thanks, Pastor Google. I'll leave it there. But I mean, she's a deadly woman. Thanks, Iwer.
Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon. I heard a voice on the radio. I don't know if that person getting restless nights, can't sleep. Because if it's a person I think I heard saying so. I remember when she wished the country for blood to flow the streets. So maybe it's bothering her now. And even walking with the cough wants to pick up the bodies and all of that.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232 or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
What's up, you take a man timing, telling me you get yourself like tearing off my skin. I don't want to knock nobody down. I don't want to go. Did you silence me and you together? Jumping up in the mass, look how we gonna have fun, going down to the last. It's to how we rolling, and I cannot hold it. My love for you growing. Did you silence me and you together?
Digicel, the bigger, better network.
For years, Royal Castle has been the favorite of many with its unique, consistent quality and taste. The Castle prepares the freshest chicken and selected products to always give you that delicious homegrown flavor. So when you taste the delicious chicken and sides, the local seasoning and spices are unmistakable. And for this holy month, the Castle reminds the Muslim community of their halal specials. Get a quarter rotisserie chicken and any one side as a single meal, or a whole rotisserie chicken for the family, or perhaps the banquet special of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides, and a 2 liters soft drink. Ramadan Mubarak from Royal Castle.
This is the voice of the PNM. TNT, this is your invitation. On Sunday, March 16th, the People's National Movement is calling you from every town, every community to gather at the historic University of Woodford Square from 2 p.m. as we proudly present the 41 candidates for the 2025 general election. Hear from our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, incoming Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Young Senior Council, as they usher in a bold new era of governance for Trinidad and Tobago, and a powerful lineup of speakers including your new P&M candidates. Be there as the leaders of today and tomorrow address us in Woodford Square. Don't miss performances by top soca artists, dance performances, Tasta drummers, rhythm sections, and more on Sunday, March 16th from 2 p.m. at the University of Woodford Square. All are invited. Wear your red, meet your candidates, and be part of history. Great is the PNM.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damien Melville in concert with added drama, including Damien Melville as Dr. Rowley. Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows, 7 p.m. Also featuring the biggest stars of Caribbean comedy.
Christine, what are your parents' occupation?
Sir, they're working in the iron and steel business. My mother does iron and my father does steel.
Get tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandingtickets.com. Caches, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's Arima, Passad the Food King, and Food Fantasy Point Fortin, Valini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Oh God, call the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, oh God. Oh God, as we pray. Oh.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795-222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your glory.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So, I'm ready and ready, yes. So, I'm ready and ready, yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
But blood, it would be nice if you, I was looking to find that statement from Kamala. If we fail, blood will flow. It would have been nice to end it up like that. Yeah,
I don't have it though.
I would look for it for this show and let you have it then.
Okay.
But next time around. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, I'm ready and ready, yes. So, I'm ready and ready, yes. So, I'm ready and ready, yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Pastor Gula. How are you going, sir?
I'm trying my best to hold on here.
All right. Last time I checked, she talking about red. Red is a prominent color in the national flag of Trinidad and Tobago. Red, white, and black.
That's why
red,
she said. That's why she said what she said. Don't get tied up, you know. That nothing to do with the national flag.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's something I saying to show the unpatriotic nature of this lady. Right? This represents us as a nation. Right? It undergoes us as a nation. You still there? Hello? Hello?
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
A jiggy calypso. It's the vibes.